Thought I'd do a very quick video on the rework microscope I have here and the kind of the additions I've made to it to make it into a reasonable tool for rework and general inspection work. Um, so for rework, I like to have a microscope that goes really up to around, I don't know, 20 times to 50 times. 50 is probably a bit high really for most rework, but it's good for kind of inspection. And previously I was using this microscope, if you can see that. Probably can't very well, but there it is. Which is a Hosan rework microscope, and I got this light ring from eBay. This is an LED light ring, and it's pretty good actually. I mean, I think that's fine, but it's fixed magnification of 20, 20x, 10x, and 20x, which is not bad, but it's nice to be able to kind of zoom in and out while you're doing stuff, so you can see the kind of the rest of the board. You can zoom into an individual chip and kind of look at that and do rework on that, and then you can kind of zoom out. So I picked up an auction for a bunch of electrophysiology stuff, some of which I've shown on videos before, and I got this microscope in that lot, which is a wild Heerburg microscope, and it's very nice. It's clearly a lot more expensive than the Hosan, or would have been when it was new, but it's a lot nicer to use. So it was missing a few bits, like the stage thing. It had a special stage on there, which I had to remove, like a heated stage. So I just had to put something over that. Didn't have a light ring, so I had to get this one off eBay. And the only light rings on eBay that are big enough are fluorescent. So the inner diameter that is the only ones that have a large enough inner diameter to fit around the inspection thing, to fit around the lens are the fluorescent ones. But the fluorescent one's really nice anyway, so that's fine. And then I've added a CCD module and the objective converter thing to let me put a CCD camera on it. So I thought I'd just show the setup. So that's the basic setup with the light ring, and I generally use it like that for rework. But I got the CCD setup today, which I plan to use for taking like shots and things. And I picked this up in Shenzhen, so that fits on like that, and we have to refocus it. Interesting, the focusing is different, so I just have to, there we go. Let's see if we can, okay, so that's the basics of it. So let's put this on something a bit more interesting. Okay, so you can see a decent sized chip and a few other bits. So yeah, so the capture card is called an Easy Cap. There seem to be a bunch of things called Easy Cap. This is just like whatever's the cheapest thing on eBay, basically. And this worked fine on the Linux. Couldn't get it working on the Windows at all, and I'm not really that concerned, so I haven't tried very hard. But these modules, I have some stuff about them on my blog. But basically, you pick these up in Shenzhen, and you can buy the CCD PCB and the enclosure kind of separately, and you can mix and match and put things together. And they take a 12-volt power input. They seem to recommend the composite output ones for low latency, so particularly for inspection work, that's kind of the recommended thing. But there you go. So the bits that I acquired from eBay were from China were the CCD camera and the capture thing, and then the converter, and you can find all those bits on eBay, as well as the light ring. And then you can see you can pretty easily on this thing, alright, quite easily, zoom in and out, and get different focal lengths. Yeah, but when I'm looking at it through the objective, I actually don't need to change the focus when I'm kind of zooming in and out. It's only when I'm using this thing for some reason, which is odd. Yeah, there we go. So to look at something a bit more interesting, I've also, for the AFM stuff, I bought all these wafers, and it's also going to be used for the SPM stuff. These are just IC wafers, which I've used on the AFM, and I have another video and stuff on my blog about those. Yeah, they kind of look all right. They look interesting under the. Where do we need to be for this? Oh, maybe I can't. So I'm trying to go up in magnification. See how far I can go. There you go. So that's at I think 50, and you can see kind of features on the die on the computer. So the setup works with that. That setup works quite well, and I might be able to do some interesting die imaging, even I guess if I had a stage on it and a high resolution camera. Really, the camera resolution is not very high. It's a few megapixel, but it's for taking quick shots from the camera, from the microscope. Previously I was kind of lining up my iPhone against the microscope, and it was terrible. So this works a lot better than that. So yeah, there we go. That's the inspection microscope.